If it fits for this area, we'll pursue it. I'll contact them, find out if there's a submittal form, find out if there's other action we need to take. If it's a project that is, that fits for Gardner, then I will contact City of Gardner. I'll contact whoever the landowner is or building owner, and we'll determine whether that is in fact a target and get people engaged. The economic development is really a partnership. It's not me doing it alone. It's not the state doing it alone, KCADC doing it alone. Utilities, we work with all the utilities, whether they be local utilities like Gardner Energy, or whether they be KCPL, Kansas Gas, et cetera. So that's kind of how we network out. Any advertising we do, we try to maintain a presence in the Kansas City Business Journal. We're able to do that because the Air Center has a marketing budget that they do print ads, and they allow us to kind of tag onto that ad. So if someone wants to respond to that ad, they'll contact me.
Tom, can you give us an idea of both currently what you may have seen 2 or 3 years ago and how it's kind of escalated over the past year, 18 months?
Mm-hmm.
The number of opportunities, the number of leads that have started to come through, this number, as a cliche, but number of balls you're juggling at one time, and what we look at right now and what you kind of foresee and how your role is going to expand with everything that's going on with the intermodal and everything there.
When I first got here, the activity level was rather high. There was anticipation of not only the intermodal, but also with the housing and the development in this area generally. There was interest in retail, housing, the other ancillary businesses that go with that. About 2008, it was like turning off a spigot. And the activity level was low. We were still getting contacts, but all those contacts were saying, we're interested, but wait till this happens. Wait till, the BNSF is complete. Wait till the market turns around. Wait till whatever.
Is that wait till time about what we're getting into right now?
Well, it's over.
Okay.
Last year, last half of 2012, when we went back and checked, and you asked about number of files we have open, I think last time I checked, I had 38 active files, and those go back several years. We have one opportunity right now that I actually opened that file 5 years ago.
Right.
And it just dragged through and dragged through and dragged through, and now they're looking to actually do something. But at the end of last year, I was hearing, wait till the answer on the sequester, wait till the election, wait till first of the year, wait till our profits, our statements come out. We just couldn't get anybody to move. After the first of the year, I think people in the smaller businesses, what we're hearing is that money is freed up. Banks have loosened up a little bit, so there are opportunities for some of those. In the businesses that will support what's happening in this area, the natural growth of this area, but also what's happening with the intermodal. We've had several motels, we've had restaurants, we've had businesses that will directly support the intermodal. They're not going to locate right out there. We may need an office warehouse. We need inventory is what we need. That's the other thing about what we're hearing right now is we're getting requests, and they're coming in, they're saying, we need a 50,000 square foot building. We need an office with the ability to put a warehouse in the back, the office warehouse or the flex space. We don't have it. been talking to developers about the need to do it, and we are seeing, they just announced the 500,000 square foot that will be on the logistics park, but we also need everything from 10, 15, 25, up to 200. And so I think we'll start seeing those come in the market. As well as, like I said, we'll see the service people, the hotels, an example, and I shouldn't say this is the only reason, but Olathe Medical Center down here added to their building 50%. Now, in a time when the population wasn't growing, and I know they've been very successful, it's a great little clinic, but I think part of that too is they're anticipating future growth and development. Did that answer?
Yeah. A follow-up, I guess, to that, how do you think, how much more efficient do you think you'll be at your job, but also with the city's involvement, because there's a lot of language in the contract talking about how much more involved the city's going to be as a piece of that, knowing that we have a dedicated community development director at this point, and an office that's going to be tasked with those things, as well as the strategic plan that we'll be trying to put into place. How do you think those tools are going to make an impact, and those 38 opportunities, the close rate's starting to rise a little bit higher? Is all that going to work? Is that going to be able to work hand in hand with what you need to do, or is there still some holes that we need to look to fill?
I think one of the things that is just imperative to be successful is this is a partnership. We have to have the ability to come in and sit down and say, okay, here's what we're seeing, here's what we need, and to talk about it, to help each other. I can help, maybe you talk about comprehensive plan. I want to be part of that because I think it's important to know what's going on, and I can also have input, not the only input, but I need someone, whether it's Cheryl or Mike, to sit down on a monthly basis and say, okay, here's what's happening. Somebody's got to, keep up. I was talking today to someone, and they, I said, it's a little bit like if I'm a real estate broker, and I have, a number of listings, and, I owe something to every one of them. And if I have a customer that comes in and they're looking at a $200,000 budget, I need to help them fit into that budget. I also have to help the homeowner get that house ready. Now, I don't go mow the grass, paint it, but I need to say, it just doesn't look right. Maybe you can do this. It's not up to me to do it, but it's up to me to help them understand what they need to do. I'm not a person who is going to run out in front and say, I landed this or I landed that. You look at Coleman out here, that took a long time and took a lot of people and a lot of working together to get that done. And that's the way I operate.
Tom, can you talk a little bit about what you do? One of the things in the contract deals with existing businesses and really retention. So can you talk a little bit about what you have in place from an EDC perspective that helps facilitate business retention?
Number one, I try to participate in the community enough where I do have contact with those people other than scheduling an appointment with them. But I also schedule appointments with businesses, Kramer Products, Tom Mertz, Stouts. I mean, all the businesses in this area. I'll call or stop in and talk to them, find out what they're doing, what they need, if they need something. And again, I tell them I can't do it, but I can get the message to the people who can help or arrange a meeting. I think that's an important part of what I do. I've always thought existing businesses is, if not as important, certainly right up there with going out and trying to find businesses to come in.
Hey, Tom, one of the things I think that's been kind of a source of frustration, I think, amongst some people in the community with regard to development, and we understand the economic